Hello, all my TW555 members here at Midway. Welcome back to the Quick Question Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Perez. I'm one of your alternate union reps for the station, alongside your safety rep for the station, Hugo Valles. Hugo.
Hi-de-ho, Eric. Hi-de-ho, everyone else.
How you doing?
Yes, we all know who that is, but good old Mr. Hankey.
The Christmas food.
Yes, good old Mr. Hankey. I was going to say, going to shut that off or no?
No.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry
early it's not Christmas. Yeah, we got 2 weeks left, and this is my favorite.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, and what else is there?
Festivus for the rest of us.
Kwanzaa. No,
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, right?
Yeah.
And my birthday. My
Nah,
birthday at the end of the month, but no one really cares about
cares
that.
about that.
Yeah, okay. So what do we got here? Well, how you doing, Hugo? What are we drinking? Micheladas?
We're having a couple of
These
micheladas, you know.
ain't that bad. These ain't actually that bad. If anyone want to know what's in a michelada, I don't know. But I just know it's good. So,
Well, I know I make my micheladas with a little Worcestershire sauce, clamato, lime, hot sauce.
so it's like a Bloody Mary,
Almost,
except
yes.
you put
Except
vodka.
just-
You put vodka in a Bloody Mary.
Yeah, vodka with a Bloody Mary,
And this
micheladas,
is
a beer.
a beer of your choice. You know, mine is Modelo. Well, I would definitely love Tecate with my micheladas, but right now I'm having a Modelo with mine.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Where could we go? Let's start. Well, actually, what's fun? I want to talk about first my first station visit as a rep.
Yeah, how'd that go? You went to
yeah,
Pittsburgh. See
yeah.
my old friend over there.
Yes, DC. Our district rep. He goes and he has station visits, and sometimes he brings reps from other stations here just for station visits. We could talk to the reps, and I know when we had our party, not party, but when they had where they fed us a few weeks ago, there was a couple reps from Tampa, and then I forgot where the other one was from.
No, she was from Seattle.
Just from Seattle and Tampa. That's
Yep.
right. Yeah, Seattle and Tampa. They both. Yeah, they came in. They want to check out our station. So I'm not a fan of going out saying I got my own problems here Midway. So I really didn't really want to go hear other people's problems. But I decided to go with the DC economy into it, and I went over there. It was interesting. They only had 30 flights. They only had 80 ramp agents, and you'd be surprised how much chaos goes on in that station. It was ridiculous. We didn't even meet the station manager. He wasn't even there. They hardly see him. Those guys, it looks like they're just lost. I mean, nobody really helps each other. Not as far as like the agents help each other. Those guys, they're helping each other, but like it's just run crazy. Like you got T-point hours that are gate hours, and there's gate hours and then they got a gap in between, and they got to actually fill that somehow, and the agents got to just take over and deal with it. And there's just no accountability. There's nothing. It's just a free reign of just chaos. And I learned that this Midway ain't that bad. Midway's not bad at all.
No, we're more of a
compared to what
controlled
they had. The
chaos.
number they had, we're more of a controlled chaos. That's just chaos. Those poor ramp agents look defeated. They're just tired of the same garbage happening, and there's nothing no one's gonna do about it. And they're trying, and we tried to help as much as we can. I mean, they're being guided. The union rep just stepped down, and the union rep, and he actually was pretty cool. Totally forgot his name. Totally forgot. I apologize, brother, but I totally forgot your name. But you seem like a good guy. You seem like a guy's ready. He was ready writing grievances, and he was ready pushing up on management, which is great. But I realize how much I love Midway when I go into Pittsburgh. I realize how much I really love Midway because I think that's my first and last time I'm ever gonna have a station visit. Because damn, I love you guys in Pittsburgh, but damn. Let's see. Besides that, I know everyone has been hearing about the pass suspensions. So now they're not terming anybody anymore, I guess, because depending on how many times they're catching that people do it, there are not a lot, but there's a handful of people here at Midway that end up getting a few things. So what we found out is that I guess if you were tied to either this person getting all this, or if you have some passes that just look funny, like as far as like I don't know exactly how. I'm only assuming that suppose you're allotted 8 of the year and you got all 8, and all of a sudden somehow another 10 or 15 showed up that they don't know, they can't explain. So I guess it's because of that as well. But now there are people that are getting warnings. There's a lot of agents that are getting warnings. I guess that means that there's maybe a range. There's a range between maybe between 2 and 18 passes that they can't explain. I think that's the range. Again, don't quote me on it. I know there's a range. There's a range. So if you got caught with that, because they're auditing everybody. And if they catch you and they see something suspicious or certain rings, and they're going to just give you warning saying, hey, we caught you. We caught the suspicious activity, so we're just giving you a warning. If you keep it up, then it's going to be suspension indefinitely. Then there are some agents that actually got, maybe it's more than 20. I think, again, it's more than 20, between 20 and 40. I don't know the range. I just know that the next in line are people that their passes were suspended for only 2 years. And then those are our lucky ones that actually, I'm not sure how much, but with a lot more passes. Those guys are actually getting, their passes are indefinitely getting suspended. Indefinitely, which means there is no time frame. It could be 2 years, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could be whatever. It could be permanently.
Yikes.
We just don't know. You're going to have to figure out in a few years and ask the company, hey, can I get my passes back? And when I mean passes, I mean that includes your 20% off.
Wow.
Includes your 20% off discount off flights.
What about the parents, them too?
Yeah, everybody.
Everything's revoked, huh?
Parents, kids, nobody can fly anymore. You cannot have any kind of, this is ridiculous. So that's pretty bad.
Yikes.
So again, if you guys are doing what you're not supposed to be doing, I need you to stop, because if you do not stop, you're going to be one of these select few that actually get. And here's the funny part. The funny part is I talked to a few of these people that got warnings and that got suspended for 2 years. They were actually saying that they don't even know how the hell they were getting it. They had no explanation, and you can't even appeal it. You can't grieve it. You can't grieve it because it's not contractual. And they specifically said you can't even appeal it on this email. I'm hearing you can't even appeal it. And if you can't appeal it, there's nothing you can do. Even if you don't even know if you're guilty or not, you don't even know what they got. All you know is that it's suspended. They just saw that it looks suspicious, and you're suspended. They could be wrong in what they're doing. We don't know. And what you can call them. They have a number you can call and ask why you got it, and they'll explain it to you. But in the end, if you don't like their answer, it's too bad.
Man, it's
just it. That's what they're doing. Too bad.
You're at the mercy of the pass bureau.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of them. There's nothing you can do, and there's nothing contractual. It's an incentive.
Yikes.
And it's pretty bogus, So again, I don't really mess with mine. I definitely don't. I give it to my one sister, and here you go wherever the hell you want to go, and that's it. And,
I don't even give it to my family anymore.
Yeah. All right. So, all right, Hugo, what you got, man?
Oh, it's my turn. Well, we've had a pest situation going on. We had roaches all over the place. Seems to be taken care of. Just a reminder, guys, please take care of your surroundings. Don't leave your junk. Don't give them a feeding ground, because they're gonna come out, you're gonna feed, you're gonna go probably propagate somewhere else, and then we have a bigger situation. I don't know where they came from. He might have, piggybacked off of you. It could be from a store. It could be anything. Thing is, it does happen, and we just want to mitigate that. And by mitigating it, it's just please don't leave, your edibles, or not edibles,
Jesus.
Not those.
All right, not those. You keep those at home.
No, yeah, keep those at home.
How about just food?
Yes, food. Your crumbs, clean up after yourself. Don't want to, leave that around, because again, you're gonna come out, you're gonna eat, and then you're gonna scurry around. Who knows if they're carrying eggs, and then you get one egg, then you get like 1 million of them, and then it becomes a bigger problem.
Yeah, you can't sit there and say, hey, why is the company doing about the roaches? Well, what are you doing about them? You got to understand that you guys are the cause. When you go in there in the locker rooms, you see food and garbage. Are you all right, dude?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Went on the wrong bite.
Again with you. We're done drinking because you can't drink when we do this. It's ridiculous.
I had a piece of pepper stuck in my throat.
Jesus Christ. But anyway, guys, like I said, they come from somewhere. They need food. And if you guys just don't care and leave your shit around, they're going to come. And, you can't sit there and say, oh, what the company doing about it? They just let roaches come in here. Well, no, we let them come in here. We're the ones that are responsible for that. They just don't show up. I mean, they need, like you said, Hugo, they need something to bring them over there, and it's you guys. So again, the company's going to help you. They're going to take time next week, call them, and they'll bring them in there. But you guys got to also remember, throw your stuff out. Don't give these things reasons to come into the locker room.
Right. Good news and bad news. Chocks went missing after that big storm.
Why?
Because no one actually picked them up.
Oh.
So, like I said before, you got to clean up the gate. Please put everything together. I would just put the chocks by the tail stand rack. Put them in a snow cart if we have to. And the snow carts, I don't know why they're being moved, but they are being moved. I just filled up all the snow carts again, without the new deal. The one from Bravo 7 was at Bravo 2 for some odd reason. Why are they moving? I don't know. But they should not be moving.
Yikes.
They're there for a reason. But yeah, the chocks. They give me a call Sunday morning. hey, where all the chalks at? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't pick them up. I didn't work on Saturday. You guys are supposed to pick them up. You tell me where the chalks are at. Oh, we don't know. I'm like,
That's always fun.
That's great. And so they're complaining that there's no chalks out there. What do you want me to do about it? I mean, when I left, it was 180 chalks. I don't know what you want me to do. Good news is, I just saw the Brancata guy. He dropped off a shitload of chalks right by Bravo 15. It's like, oh, those are the ones they plowed. Those are the ones they plowed, and they, had that big mountain of snow. Put it in the snow melter,
when
of
it
course.
Finally melted, and you know when one of them is going to, when the smoke goes, you'll know when one of them gets in there.
Yeah, the smoke comes out black, and like, oh well, there's another chalk.
There's a chalk. So if you guys want to know if you guys ever see that, that's a chalk.
Yeah. So, I did stock up on the chalks over there at the Bravo 15 yard area. Of course, they were all taken because I don't know where they're at. Oh, fine. But I'm gonna have to restock that. Better news is at least some of the chalks that were brought back, they're actually in decent shape, so still usable.
Well, at least we can still use them. So
yeah.
Let's see. What do I got? Are you done, or do you want me to keep going? You good? All right, cool.
You can do one.
I'll move forward. Let's see. De-icing overtime. Well, de-ice only overtime. So this came from an arbitration. If they call it the super user arbitration back in 2019 or 2020. Ooh. You guys can look it up in the arbitrations on our website, but it's mainly meant for when if they need training, if they need trainers because there's nobody there to train, they can give them the overtime to stick around and train because there's no other trainers to train. So with that arbitration, not only does that happen, so in case like suppose Hugo is under me in seniority,
yes,
and I am not deice qualified. De-icing, and me and Hugo are both in line for overtime, and they skip me because I am not de-ice qualified. They're going to get Hugo because he is de-ice qualified. Now, unfortunately, because of that arbitration, they are allowed to do that. They are allowed to skip me to give it to him because if they have just de-ice overtime and they have to fill the trucks. Now, that's only when the schedule doesn't have de-icers. So if the entire schedule, like if this was throughout the whole morning, if there's no more, if they pulled all of the de-icers in the de-icing truck and they have nobody there, then they can give out de-ice only overtime because there's nobody on the schedule that can do it. Now, if they skip me and they go to Hugo and there's somebody on the schedules, maybe on transfers or on the gate, and they are de-ice qualified, and they don't pull him, but they still give Hugo and skip me the overtime, then that is an overtime bypass grievance. Because they should have pulled that person out. They should have pulled a person on the gate out that's qualified, put him in the truck, and then given me that overtime to go in that gate spot. That's what it's about. So that's only when that happens. So again, whenever there's no de-icers left and they have to fill overtime with de-icers, they can skip the people that are not qualified in the book and give it to the de-ice only, de-ice only agents. I know it sucks, but unfortunately they lost that arbitration 5-6 years ago. And again, it's called the Super User Arbitration, and you can find it on our website, tw555.org. Nice. All right, Hugo.
Good info there, sir. GSC is asking for us to run all the air starts on extreme cold weather days all day long because it's going to gel up and they're not going to work. So I know it's going to be annoyingly loud, but they're asking you have to run them all day long.
So shit. Okay,
so when it starts dropping, below zero,
like Saturday, but
yeah, they have to run them all day long, morning, night, and they have to have the fueler come out every now and then and refuel them.
Oh shit.
So yeah, Southwest is probably gonna lose their shit.
Yep.
Why am I paying all this money for diesel? So yeah, I finished all the doors on the electric tugs.
I saw that. That was actually good. But now what about the rest?
The diesels, I went back and worked on them today. So we did some of the diesels. There was only like a dozen left, which is not bad for having like 70. So we should be finishing up today. I passed it on to Chrissy at night, so she's going to be finishing that up.
Awesome.
So hopefully all the diesel will be done. My ask is if they're not done, can you let the runners get first dibs, please? I know you guys want to, you have to go all the way to the A side and this and that. or to the icing room, whatever. I get it, but give them the tugs with the doors. They're the ones running bags all day long.
Jesus.
So just do them a favor, do that for them. Man uses the doors for the pushback tugs. They're on back order. They're trying to expedite them, but they're coming in 2 weeks, supposedly, but hopefully faster. Maybe they can reutilize some of the metal ones that were taken off. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we could come up with a plan next week. Unfortunately, over this weekend, I know it's going to be cold. So guys, dress up for the cold as well. I know.
Yeah, it's going to be real cold.
It's going to be pretty vicious out there.
That Bears game is going to be insane. They're talking like negative 14 at game time.
Really?
Yikes.
Yikes.
Well, that's with the wind chill.
Oh.
Without the wind chill, it's like going to be 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Right in the positive. All right. And one last thing, I guess. Remember on those extreme cold weather days, they will be serving up, hot chocolate, soups, oatmeal, mac and cheese, whatever. All them. Bring a hearty lunch too, just in case, because those warm hearty meals actually, help you regulate the warmth inside your body and all that, and it'll counteract all the cold out there.
Pozole time.
Oh yeah.
Number nudo.
Menudo I could do on Sunday morning after
After drinking, but pozole be the way to go. Pozole be the way to go.
Pozole, yes.
All day long.
Green or red?
Yeah. I like them both, man. I don't give a shit which one, man. Green or red.
Gotta be spicy too.
Yeah, I'm not too big on spice. Well, I love spice. It's not too much spice, but yeah, I definitely gotta have some.
It hurts so good.
It's great, actually. Well, you said you're done.
Yeah, that's all for me. So yeah, pretty small list today.
Well, I got 2 quick things, and then with the next one I'm hitting is the calls for overtime. So there's 2 ways. So there's what they call known overtime. That's the known overtime they have when the book closes at 11 o'clock. When the book closes at 11 o'clock, they got to issue all known overtime. What that means is that whatever they have that's available right there, they have to issue out. Now, if they issue out, not everybody gets it. Maybe half the people get it. Now, half the people get it, and that's all that's available at the time. Now, later on, it could be later on. It could be hours later on. It could be later on at night, or it could be the next day. But overtime can still be available later on. They could sit there and come back and say, okay, you know what? This is there's storms. A storm that just started coming up, and we need more trucks. Or if it's starting to rain, if during the summer and spring, if it starts to rain, like, okay, look, there's the rain and stuff's coming. There's going to be delays, so we need to make sure you guys are here. Blah blah blah. Whatever the case may be, whatever the reason is, overtime can still come up. So if it does, then what they're going to do is they're going to go back to the book and start issuing overtime. So a lot of guys were complaining, why am I getting a call at 8, 9 o'clock? Why am I getting a call the day of when they didn't give it to me the day before? That's a grievance. They should have gave it to me. That's a late notification. Yeah, no, that may not be the case. The case, if whenever overtime pops up, they got to go back to the book. Now, if it comes out and you weren't given the overtime and you don't want it no more, you're responsible for going in and taking your name out of the book. That means that if the overtime does come up, they're going to skip you because you don't want it no more. Now, if you keep your name in it, then in the book, and that pretty much means that you're still willing to accept it. So when it does come up again and you're next in line, then you will be called and given it. And you cannot give it away. You can't say, no, I don't want it no more. No, you're still in the book, which means you still want it. So you cannot say, no, I don't want it, or refuse it. You cannot refuse it. You cannot do anything with it. If you do refuse it, more than likely it's going to be a point for a personal day. So if you don't want the overtime in the book, if you don't want your overtime anymore, once all the known overtime is given out, then you go and take your name out of the book. And then 2 quick things that we're seeing a lot of, and it's pretty bad, is uniforms.
Oh,
you guys are getting pretty bad with uniforms. You got to understand that the company can just write you up for anything or send you home. They can do that. They're not doing that because they'd rather just see you there. But if you do get that one gung-ho supervisor or manager, or somebody that sees you without a uniform on it, could be anything. Could be your shoes, could be your pants, could be your shirt, it could be anything. And people say, well, I got my outermost garment is my vest, my Southwest vest. No. That's a vest. That's not your outermost garment. Your outermost garments, whatever you have, it could be your sweater, it could be your shirt, whatever, right. Depending on the season. It has to be. You have to be in Southwest. Well, I'm not outside. I'm not outside working. I can actually be in my Crocs. No, the minute you clock in, you have to be in company uniform. There is no excuse for that. There is no excuse. You can come on, unless it's like the culture days where they're allowed to give you certain things. Like every Sunday, we're allowed to wear our Bears. We're allowed to wear our Bear. Well, our favorite team. It doesn't have to be the Bears, but it could be whoever you want. I don't know why. But except for Green Bay, you can't wear Green Bay shit. That's something that the union's putting in.
Burn it.
But yeah, you can't be wearing Green Bay shit in here. I'm sorry. If you're in Midway, you ain't going in Green Bay. I know there's a few of you guys. I'll get to you guys in a minute. But no, seriously, if you guys do want to wear it, they do let you allow to wear it on Sundays. But that's it. You want to come in with your other stuff that you're not supposed to be wearing. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't wear it. So when they challenge you, and you sit there and you ignore them, they can write you up. And if you think we can do anything for you, can't. I can't. There's nothing I can argue with. What do you want me to argue? What can we argue with if you're not wearing uniform? You're wearing a Chicago Bears sweater on Tuesday when they're not playing. What do you want me to tell? What do you want me to do? It's not company issued. You have to wear what's company issued. So if you guys want to go ahead and play the game, go ahead and play the game. But if you get caught, that's going to be on you, not on us.
Right.
So just remember that. You have to be in company. When you're on the clock, you have to be in company uniform. That's shoes, pants, shirt, sweater, even the hats. People don't even know you're not even supposed to be wearing your sports team hats. It's supposed to be Southwest hat. But again, the company's allowing us to this. So if you want to abuse that, go ahead. Because if you do, what's going to happen when the company gets pissed? Because all you need is somebody from Dallas to sit there and say, why does that guy got a FUBU sweater on? Why has he got that on? It's not company issue. What are you guys doing about it? That's all you need. And then once you get that, then it's going to start, and it's going to rain on all of us. So again, they're allowing the hats. The hats are whenever you want, but the sweaters, all that stuff, wear something on the outside of that, your jacket or something.
Right. For all your naysayers, where does it say that? You could actually go to the Ground Ops Employee Handbook, and it will be in there.
Yes, you're on company time. You think you can just wear whatever you want. No, you can't. But again, just letting you know what's going to happen when you do get caught by that one gung-ho manager of soup that says, hey, where is your uniform? And there's no excuse it's laundry day. Cool. Guess what? You're an adult. You should know plan ahead of time. Here's your write-up. That's not an excuse. That is not an excuse. I mean, they may allow it, but again, if they write you up and you come to me with it, I got to fight for that. And more than likely, they're going to say no, because if they say yes to you, then they're going to have to say no yes to everybody else, and they have to stick to their guns.
Right.
And then one last thing, I know I should have said it on the last podcast, but doctor notes. So we are allowed 4 doctor notes a year, but unfortunately between November 1st and January 3rd, you're only allowed to use one of those notes. That's all you're allowed. Even though suppose you walk in with 4 notes into November, well, you're only allowed to use one for the rest of the year.
Yep.
So, and now remember, it's up to January 3rd. So suppose you have no notes left for this year, and remember January 1st, you have all 4 notes back again. You cannot call in sick on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd and get a doctor note for it because, well, it depends. If you already used a note in November and December of the year before, then you cannot use the note for January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But if you didn't use a note in November and December of the year before, then yes, you can use the note for January 2nd and 3rd. But if you already used a note, you cannot use the note for January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Right.
And then a good thing is, suppose you have 1 note left, and you call in on the 31st of December, the 1st of January, and so on. That note is going to go for the year before. It won't be for the next year. You won't burn a note for the next year because of you calling in. The first day you call in was December 31st of this year, 2025. They will count towards the 2025 notes and not 2026. So just remember that, and just remember that as well. You done, Hugo? I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that's it for me, man.
That's it for me.
I'm telling you, it was a short day for me. So.
Oh, awesome. So, again, Hugo.
Yes.
It's Christmas time. I don't know if you're big on Christmas movies. I sure as hell am. I want you to give your top 5 Christmas movies. And we're not doing Die Hard. We're not, no. Look, ladies and gentlemen, just because Christmas is in the movie, just because, look, it doesn't mean it's a freaking, look, Ghostbusters 2 is not a Christmas movie. Yes, it's filmed during Christmas, but they have nothing to do with Christmas.
All right.
If you're going to do that, then I want Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
That's actually Thanksgiving.
I want Harry, they're considering it a Christmas movie. Then I want Harry Potter. I want all 8 Harry Potter movies because there's Christmas in on most of them. So yeah, see how that works? Just because there's Christmas in it doesn't mean it's
does Gremlins count?
Yes, they're counting it as because it's
so can I say Gremlins?
No, you cannot say no.
Right,
It has to
let me scratch that one out.
Yes, I need to. It had like we're talking like.
Well, the Magpie was given as a gift during Christmas, just to let you know.
But you know what? Home Alone doesn't really the storyline doesn't revolve around Christmas, but the movie is during Christmas. So and that's one of my favorite ones.
I'm confused.
You know what?
This.
So maybe. But even though Home Alone is one of my top ones, but I think
I got it on my list.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right, so screw it. Let's go. Let's give me your top 5.
Well, since Gremlins is not one of them. I picked National Lampoon's Vacation.
Of course, I love that one. It's number 5, huh? Let's start with number 4. What's next?
Let's see, A Christmas Story.
Obviously. Number 3.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The live action one
with Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey,
yeah, that was good.
He actually made a good Grinch. Like, that was perfect.
He's
a goofy bastard, and he just makes me laugh. But yeah, I did say Home Alone, right?
Yes.
And one from my childhood, I don't know why.
Number 2? What's number 2?
I love this one, is Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey.
Oh, shit. Why did I knew you were going to say that? But whatever. Go ahead.
What do you mean? Listen, it's Christmas. He went to the Nativity.
Yes, it was.
He helped.
Yes, it is a Christmas story.
It is a Christmas story. It's just a long and forgotten claymation thing from the Rankin Bass.
There's a reason why.
No, because people don't want to see it.
No, we don't.
They must see the truth. Anyway.
What's your number 1?
I don't even know what I said now. Well, it used to be Gremlins, but...
Well, if you want to be Gremlins, then we could be Gremlins, I guess. If you want to put it that way. If it's your Christmas story.
Yeah. It's mine because it all revolved during Christmas.
Yeah.
He got it as a gift. You know, shit went haywire when, they fed him and they wet him and,
I liked the movie. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I liked it. I loved it.
It came out in the summer. I don't know.
Yeah, I did like Gremlins 2 better. I don't know why, but I thought it was funny. And then Phoebe Cates was in it, so of course I'm going to love it.
I had to hit you with this mug. That movie was terrible.
It was. I loved it, but you can't. It was so stupid. It was great.
The talking Gremlin.
It was so stupid. Hulk Hogan came out. It was so stupid. But I still liked it.
Of course we can talk.
Well, my top 5 Christmas movies, they're all Harry Potter. So if that's why you guys want to play, no, I'm just kidding. So now mine are a lot different than Hugo's. Okay, my top 5. My number 5 is actually on Netflix. It's called A Boy Called Christmas. It's a very good Christmas movie. But I'll let you guys go ahead and watch. I'm not going to ruin the story too much.
I got to watch that.
Yeah,
I heard it was pretty good.
It was really good. It's on Netflix. It's called A Boy Called Christmas. Number 4 is the Home Alone series. Both 1 and 2. I love 2 better than 1.
Really?
Yeah, I loved Lost in New York. I loved it more than 1. But of course, I love the whole series. Number 3 is the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix. It's the one with Kurt Russell as Santa Claus, and it was actually filmed in Chicago. It was filmed in Chicago.
I do remember that
It's a great story. These kids sneak on Santa's sleigh and find out the truth, and he ends up crashing the reindeer, losing the reindeer and the bag. And Kurt Russell is actually phenomenal as Santa Claus, hilarious. I love it. And obviously, Mrs. Claus ended up being Goldie Hawn. I ruined the ending for you guys, but still, that shit was great.
Wait, the reindeer crashed?
Yeah, were
they drunk?
Well, he let go of when Santa found out that they snuck into he actually he surprised the hell out of them, let go of the reindeer. The reindeer took off, and then they fly down in the sleigh while the bag of it. It's
was
insane. Yeah. It was it was crazy. It was actually really good. Number 2 for me was I love this was my number 1 but obviously I love the you'll find out. But the number 2 for me was the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I love that movie. So he was hilarious in that one. And my number 1 Christmas movie is any version of the Christmas Carol. Any version of the Christmas Carol. I love that. It's my favorite story of Ebenezer Scrooge. I love it. I love any version of it. But the one that really surprised me is the one on Hulu with Guy Pearce playing playing Ebenezer Scrooge. They have a certain disturbing storyline to this one. I'm not going to ruin it too much, but it has to do. It has to do. Now, who's the guy that works for Ebenezer?
Oh, Bob. No.
Bob Cratchit.
Was it Bob Cratchit? Yeah, Bob Cratchit.
Yes.
Was the one.
Yes. Now watch this.
Yes.
The dark twist to this. It has to do with his wife. That's what was crazy about this one. I am not going to explain the whole thing, but it actually was kind of dark. But again, that version was good. If you guys got Hulu, look for the Christmas Carol starring Guy Pearce and check that one out. That was a very good movie. Well, that's it for us, guys. That's it for the Quick Question Podcast. We thank you for listening. Subscribe to us, like us, tell everybody about us, please. Again, I'm your host, Eric Perez, alongside my co-host, Hugo Valles. See you guys later. Hugo.
All right, everybody. And again, it's going to be cold out there. Please dress warm for it. And, of course, let's all be safe out there.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Take care, guys.